Hey guys, and welcome to another video. Today we're gonna have a little bit of a play with some makeup. I've been seeing a lot of the like 2018 beauty favorite sort of videos. My plan actually for this video was to go through all of my favorite like hair, skincare, makeup favorites like in each category. So favorite moisturizer of the year, favorite foundation of the year kind of thing. And then I realized that was gonna be a really long video, and I also filmed my morning skincare video this week, so that's gonna go up next week. And I sort of thought, well, there's a lot of my skincare products in that video anyway that you're gonna see next week, so I thought I would just focus on makeup today. I need to get ready because I'm going out for dinner tonight anyway. And yeah, basically I've gone through my entire makeup collection and I've picked out one to two products in each category that I have loved the most or used the most, well I guess loved and used the most in 2018, and then put together a little look for you guys. So we're gonna start off with primer. My favorite primer of 2018 by far was this one by Bobbi Brown. It's their Primer Plus Radiance SPF 35. The reason I love this one is because it's just so lightweight but creamy. It doesn't feel all silicone-y and gross like I think primers sort of have the tendency sometimes. See, it's more like a cream. It sort of looks like a moisturizer, but it's like a way lighter version of a moisturizer. It's just very, 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 very hydrating. It definitely creates a really nice canvas for my foundation just to sit on the skin better. But I think the reason I just love it so much is because I've already rubbed it in. I feel like there's just nothing on my face. But it helps, trust me. I've done the longevity test wearing the same foundations and then wearing this and then not wearing this, and this just makes the biggest difference. It's just such a gorgeous primer. It just makes my skin feel really soft and it does what it's supposed to. Now for foundation, I couldn't pick. I've got two because one's slightly more full coverage, the one that I would probably go for in the evenings, and then one that I definitely gravitate towards for the daytime. The YSL Beauty Touche Eclat Teint. I'm constantly butchering these French beauty product names. But yeah, this is the more sort of full coverage one, but it is so gorgeous. It's the most beautiful, I would say medium to buildable sort of coverage. So you can build it up, but it just looks so natural on the skin. It's very similar to Nars Sheer Glow, but I actually think this one is better. And then my other favorite that's been more of a recent favorite is the Clinique Even Better Glow Light Reflecting Makeup SPF 15. This one is just super light coverage. You can build it up to more of a medium coverage, so you can see the difference in that respect between them. But this one is just, it's so natural. It literally looks like your skin. I'm wanting more of a lighter coverage sort of style tonight, so I'm gonna go for this one over this one. But if you're looking for a new, like just beautiful, flawless foundation that will never do you any wrong and always look good, I highly recommend this YSL one. But I'm gonna go ahead and apply the Clinique one, so I always just squirt a little bit on the back of my hand. It just looks like skin. It covers up all the redness, but it doesn't completely cover everything. So what I will say about this foundation is that it's probably not one that you're gonna go for if you're having problems with like acne or breakouts at the moment. It is not gonna cover this ginormous pimple that I've got. So I'm gonna need the help of concealer with that one. But if you're having a really good skin day or a really good skin week, or if your skin's just been really good in general, or if you just are one of those lucky people and you've got amazing skin, this is a beautiful foundation just to sort of enhance the beauty of your skin. It's just so natural. Like, I'm just completely obsessed with it. Okay, so that's sort of one layer. I'll come in closer so you guys can see how that's looking on my skin. So as you can see, I've kept like a glow, but it just looks like skin. It just sits so nicely on the skin, especially with that Bobbi Brown primer. They work so well together. I'm just gonna put a little bit of concealer on, my absolute fave. You can tell because I'm nearly at the end of it. This is the Nars Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the shade Custard. It's not really matte at all. It kind of just melts into your skin again, sort of like this foundation, and looks like your skin, which I love about it, but it still gives you that coverage so you can sort of cover up those areas where you need a little bit more coverage. I might just bring you guys in slightly closer. I just pop a little bit on my brush, put it sort of around my nose because I can get a little bit veiny and red around there. Definitely on the spot. Then if I'm trying to hide up a spot, I always sort of tap around with my finger. And it's so dark, I'm not going to be able to completely cover it, but I mean, I don't really mind too much. It's just one spot. And then I'm just going to put a little bit around my cheeks because I tend to get a bit of scarring around here just from old zits. So I just sort of like pop it on like that, like big surface areas. Maybe a little bit up here as well. And then I'll just go back in with my foundation brush and do this. It's seriously the best concealer. It's not too liquidy, and I find that liquidy concealers look way heavier. Because I think this is in a pot, that's why it just melts into the skin so nicely. And then I'm just going to put a little bit underneath my eyes because I have a little bit of darkness. I'll also bring a little bit of that onto my lid because they can get a little bit veiny. Cool. Oh no, I'm getting a dead leg. This is what happens when you film on the floor. Oh no. Pins and needles. Okay, it's gone. Now it's really annoying doing a video like this because this is my favorite powder of 2018 and you will see that by looking at the pan. But it was limited edition Estee Lauder Victoria Beckham collection. So I don't think you can get this anymore, but I will leave something similar in the description box. So hopefully you can find something similar. But this powder has just been absolutely amazing. I also really love the Mecca Max banana powder. That is also so good. But it's just too high maintenance for me to bring two powders away with me when I've been traveling and stuff. So I haven't been using that as much. That one you can only use sort of under the eyes. Whereas this one I find that you can just use it under the eyes and then everywhere else to sort of set down any concealer. But yeah, it's translucent and it just sets down everything perfectly, but it doesn't seem like you've got any powder on at all because there's nothing worse than cakey powder. And I've tried a lot of translucent powders. I've tried the Laura Mercier one. I've tried a few others from a few other brands over the years, and I haven't liked any of them. I just love this one. It keeps my glow. It doesn't like mattify my glow away, but it sets everything down so that it doesn't move. Next up, my bronzer fave of the year has to be my Soleil Tan de Chanel. I've had this for a couple of years now and I normally whip it out in the summertime, but I've actually I realized recently that I've pretty much just worn this all year. I've played with a few other powder bronzers, but I just find they end up looking really patchy on the skin, whereas this just looks natural. I'm just so obsessed with like a natural looking makeup at the moment. That real no makeup vibe. Oh, it just smells amazing. I just love the cream because I feel like it's way easier to apply. And it just makes you look tan. It doesn't make you look like you're wearing, holy shit, bronzer. Always bring it up to my temples. Might go over my cheeks a little bit more. And it's pricey. It's a really luxurious bronzer, but it lasts forever. Always bring it onto my nose because I feel like it just evens out all of the bronzer on your face and it makes it look even more natural. So you can see how it also is just one of those products that really melts into the skin and just looks like a part of your skin, not like a very heavy product sitting on top of your skin. So while I have gone off powder bronzers, I haven't gone off powder blushes. I have two that I absolutely have been obsessed with. I think these are literally the only two blushes I have used this year. I couldn't pick one. So one of them is from YSL Beauty. It is the Couture blush in the shade, I think it's just number 9. But it's this really beautiful pink shade. It has a little bit of a sheen in it, but the reason why I love this so much isn't really because of the color. The color's nice, but I love the formula. The formula just really, I don't know, it just applies to the skin so evenly. It never goes patchy. It's a very light wash, so you can build it up, but there's just no way that you can go overboard with it. And actually, it's the same for this Tomforde blush. I think this is from their Winter Soleil collection. I'll leave all the details in the description box below. But this one's got more of like a sheeny baby peachy pink as well as the darker pink, which I really like. I love both of them, but I might go for the YSL today just because I actually haven't worn it in a while. see, it just diffuses so evenly onto the cheek. It's so pretty and impossible to overdo. I just love it. It just gives a really nice wash of color. For highlighter, I have just been obsessed. I literally have just been exclusively using this for an entire year. The MAC Hyper Real Glow palette. It comes with 3 shades. So you get more of a gold one, a pinky mid-tone one, and then more of a champagne-y sort of shade. And today, because I have a tan, I'm gonna go for more of the gold one. I don't know if that's coming up on camera, but it just gives a really nice gold, like very warm sheen to the cheeks. I also like to put a little bit on my nose, Cupid's bow. Sometimes I'll even put like a little bit around my face, just to keep me looking super glowy. Oh, it's such a pretty highlight. I just love it, and I'm pretty sure it's a really good price. You basically get 3 MAC highlighters for the price of like 1.5. I can't quite remember, but you guys should definitely check that one out. For brows, I have 2 products. One is a pencil and one is a gel. My favorite pencil is Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil and the shade number 3, and I've used this and I've gone to something else and I always come back to it. I think I might have gone through about 4 of these. I literally just never ever want to use anything else. So I'll just give them a little bit of a brush with the spoolie. I'm actually not even going to use the pencil because it was more something that I used in the winter, but in the summer I've just been really enjoying that sort of undone, really fluffy, messy sort of brow look. So I'm not actually going to use this. If I'm going out to drinks or like a special event, I will use this. But pretty much day to day or going out for dinner, I've just been using my L'Oreal Brow Artist Plumper. I have been obsessed with this for maybe like 5 years now. I don't use anything else. I've tried the Benefit one. I like that this one has a bigger brow spoolie on it, and I just find it does the trick and it keeps them in place. But also the shade, I think it is the medium brown. I don't know. Mine is so battered because I have used it so much. But yeah, I just really like this fluffy, crazy, not perfect brow look. Most used eyeshadow palette of the year was definitely the Nude on Nude palette by Bobbi Brown. They did 2. This one is the Bronze Nudes edition. And basically, I broke the mirror on it and it made me so sad. It's basically just a really freaking good neutrals palette. It has everything you need to kind of take your eyeshadow look from like daytime to nighttime. So if you are a neutrals girl, this is like the one. So I'm not doing anything too crazy today. I'm just gonna put this cream matte shadow all over my eye just as sort of like a base. Then I'm going to go in with this sort of apricot, very light apricot matte shade and just really like build it up in my crease. The formula of these are just gorgeous. They're so light and buildable. It's basically like a nude colored shadow. That's why I love this eyeshadow shade, because it just adds that nice depth into your eye without you really looking like you're wearing any sort of like major eyeshadow. You can see the difference between this and this. It's just a really nice subtle look. I'm just going to apply a little bit of that same buff shade underneath my lower lash. It just sort of evens the eyeshadow look out around your eye, and I find it makes your eyes actually look bigger. Then I'm going to pack some of this pink copper, really pretty warm toned shimmery shade all over my lids. Then on the inner corners and on the brow bone, I'm just going to pop this Golden Glow shade, which is this one, which is like the highlighting shade. It is so pretty. It's like the perfect mix of gold and champagne. It just makes your inner corners pop. See, it really just opens your eye up. And then I'll put a little bit on the brow bone. Fave mascara of 2018 is definitely the Nars Climax mascara. It just adds the perfect amount of like length and volume. I really like the wand. It works for me. It doesn't smudge. I have really long lashes, and I've actually had LVL and a lash tint, so they look like longer than normal. But I just find that this actually just does it all, and it doesn't smudge. It's not difficult to get off at the end of the night, and I don't really put too much on because I have had my lash lift just enough to give it a little bit more volume. Lower lashes, and then I'll do the other eye. And now, most used lipstick of the year. This was so hard to pick one, but I actually think this is probably my most used. So this is the YSL Beauty Full Up Day Liquid Color Balm in the shade number 4. It's just the perfect nudie pink color. It's so easy to apply. And I just find it just goes with everything. It just goes with every eye look. It's so easy to apply. So if I don't have like a mirror on me and I'm trying to like reapply lipstick, this is just so easy. I always have this one in my handbag, and because it is like a nudie pink, it just goes with everything, every outfit. I really need to pick up some more colors. I just love it so much. And yeah, so those are pretty much all of my absolute favorite, most used products from 2018. It's a very natural makeup look, but this is what I'm into at the moment. This is basically my go-to makeup look. So thank you guys so much for watching. I better go and get ready because it's about 5 o'clock, and I think we're gonna go for dinner at like 6. But thank you so much for watching. Please give me a little thumbs up if you like this video. It's really helpful for me. And yeah, hope you guys are having an amazing week, and I will see you in the next one.